Cynthia Rowley is a good friend. Her husband, Bill Powers, and Cynthia are good friends of my husband, and so we get together quite a bit. They've been on our show, which is exciting. So I'm here just to honor her and celebrate her designs.
Cynthia didn't want that, classic New York center parting ponytail. The texture just kept coming up in our conversations, light and dark, rough and smooth, broken textures, and so that's what we're doing. We're figure-of-eighting hair on a hairpin, we're using a barrel tong, and we're also rough drying sections of the hair with lots and lots of mousse in the hair with as much alcohol as possible to really dry that out. And then literally everything is kind of dragged together, mixed up, pulled apart, and then rolled in areas, clipped in areas, gripped in areas, taking each girl as they come. Some are going to be quite tight to the head, some are going to be very loose to the head, some are going to be almost completely down. It's going to be a whole kind of organic mess.
Some of the clothes have a masculine edge, but they're all very, all very beautiful. Some of them have pops of color, so we didn't want to put any color in the makeup and anything to compete too much with the collection. It's a very clean, very natural look. It's just about dewy skin, perfecting the skin if they need it. Some of the girls have perfect skin, they don't need anything, so we're just doing moisturizer. And it's about the brow, a very groomed, structured, pretty brow.
Oh my gosh, there's a lot of newness. Well, we started off, I'm always trying to explore new ways to show collections, new ways to think about fashion. There's a lot of inspiration of workwear and mechanics and welding and stuff like that, and I was thinking about friends of mine who are women artists that make big strong work. My friend Josephine McSepper she's installing a giant oil rig in Times Square in a couple weeks, and Rachel Feinstein, who does her beautiful carriages, but they're big strong pieces. And thinking about that, and always in combination with something that's kind of pretty and sexy and sparkly. There's jewels and stones. We're showing a lot of turtlenecks, and so we created jeweled collars that are like a jeweled turtleneck that are really cool. Danny Jo made them for us.
Cynthia definitely would take, kind of an old style on a dress, but then do a fun pattern on it. So she's very feminine, very girly, which I love. And I use that inspiration, when I think about a home and how I'm going to decorate it, what colors am I going to choose from. It's definitely a mix of vintage and modern.
Oh, well, my wife got one of her lovely dresses, and I fell in love with the dress, and I just wanted to come see a little more of her fashion.
I just love how ladylike, and how clean her lines are with the dresses, and this is sort of very reminiscent of a Jackie O dress. I love the embroidery, and I just love the detail. It's just very chic.
Cynthia and I go way back. We're good friends, and I try and make it to the show whenever I can, and They never let me down. She always does a beautiful job. Perfect mix of perfectly feminine and balanced with masculine, and those, you know, those sort of masculine jackets and coats I was all over, and the leather was beautiful. I was really into it.
I think she thinks about what a real woman wants to wear, and even though she's glamorous and fabulous, she is that. She's a real woman. She's a mother. She's from Illinois, so she's not some fancy pants. So I think she keeps that in mind, and within that kind of a framework, she makes things as fun and wild as possible.
I just like in this collection, I like the idea that you just put on one, like it's a whole coverall, you put on one piece and you're dressed.
She's, you know, being a mom herself, she knows how to keep everything as low maintenance as possible and keep it as easy as possible, but still look super, super stylish.
She's so fresh. She is forever young. She's constantly reinventing herself. I love her dresses, and even my 13-year-old daughter loves her dresses. So I think she's just a great designer that's going to be around for a long time.
You know, a lot of leather pieces to me are great investment pieces that you can have forever. Like I was wearing these leather pants yesterday that are like 8 years old, and Havana, who's our stylist, she was like, "Where did you get those pants?" I'm like, "They're like 8 years old," but you know, so like things that you will buy and keep forever.